Greetings, welcome to Mass Effect 2 Legendary Edition. Last episode, we finished our mission on Horizon. We just got back, we talked to a few people, we still need to talk to the rest of our companions today and maybe talk a little bit about them since we recruited the first group of dossiers, let's say. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. I guess we can start with Jacob. He wanted to talk to us actually.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Thanks, Kelly. Here we are in the armory. Alright, Jacob. What's on your mind?
Commander, sorry I'm a little unfocused. Personal matter. It won't affect my duties.
You left a note with Chambers.
The yeoman said you wanted to see me. What's this about, Jacob?
As I said, it's a personal matter. I don't want to waste our time if it turns out to be a goose chase. But... well, I got pinged by a ghost the other night. Family.
What's up?
I'm listening.
My private log got an update about the Hugo Gurns back. The ship my father served on. It sent an SOS last week, reporting a crash and requesting a rescue. Shepard, that ship went missing 10 years ago. I hadn't talked to my father for 3 years before that. I've buried everything but a body. I'm not convinced it isn't just some automated distress signal ticking over. It's been too long.
Okay. You don't want to find him?
I think you'd be more excited that your father might be alive.
He wasn't around enough for me to have bad memories. It's an old, well-healed wound. But if he's actually alive and needs help, I also want to note that it's not normal procedure for distress calls to be routed to the Normandy. This was passed to my personal log through Cerberus filters.
Interesting. Possible Cerberus connection.
Any signs that this was a Cerberus front? Who passed this to you?
I doubt the elusive man would let a direct operation stake hold this long. If there's a link, it's probably just about money. Cerberus needs diverse holdings to fund projects like, well, you. And whoever sent this my way covered their tracks. Someone could be fishing for favors, or thought it would get under my skin. Who knows with that bunch?
Well, we know it's Miranda, because I played the game before. So it's interesting that, they were together for a bit, and I think they talked about family. Feels like Miranda was maybe trying to see if she can trust him, because I feel like she just gave him the standard story of how she joined Cerberus without telling him about her sister. Maybe she was trying to see if she can trust him enough for that. But I feel like Jacob is mostly just focused on, the big picture. He's really trying to make a difference. This is why he doesn't have any relationships, any connections like that. His attitude towards commitment might be why she actually chose to break up with him, maybe. Jacob is very Suicide Squad coded, kinda. At the end of the day, this is kinda what this team is. There's all kinds of mercenaries, thieves, ex-cons, vigilantes, assassins, doctors who want to atone for something they did. It's very much a Suicide Squad. And Jacob apparently likes to be focused on the goal, on the big picture. He wants to desperately make a difference. He doesn't seem to want to get stuck in the details, which is another thing that doesn't make him a candidate for being a leader. The small details are most of the time what make the difference. Planning them, finding them, adapting to them gives a true leader the flexibility required to get you to the end, basically. And Jacob Mostly feels like he wants to be one of those details instead of seeing them, which is why, in my opinion, you shouldn't really trust in him for a leadership position. He's definitely someone who will follow. He wants to be a part of something big, something that will change the galaxy, but that's pretty much it. Anyway, your relationship with your father, what's it like?
You didn't get along with your father?
He made no apologies, I'll give him that. You make a mistake, you own up to it, even if you keep making it. Whatever problems we had were a lifetime ago. I've had 10 years to get to where I am, and as far as I know, he's still a ghost.
Yeah, I guess you can see that even in here, he's not... He mostly wants to check it out because it's there and not because he has some kind of issues with his father. You know, I mean, he pretty much made his peace. The ship and mission.
Tell me about the Hugo Gernsback and what it was doing.
Privately held frigate. I looked over the mission brief when it disappeared. Nothing stood out. Typical research and grab operation. Find an uncharted planet, stake a claim, and establish as large a presence as you can as fast as possible to shut out competitors.
Okay. We'll go and take a look.
I think we can spare the time. Pass the coordinates to Joker.
I appreciate that, Commander. I don't expect more than dusty old bones, but it'll be good to close the record.
He's mainly interested in just putting it behind him so he can focus on the real mission. Okay. Nothing else around here. Mordin. Now, Mordin is a quirky one.
Shepard, how can I help?
Do you have anything, Mordin?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Later, better. Think I've cured Joker's condition. Simple treatment would... No. Would cause liver failure. Never mind. Start from scratch. Anything else?
Not really. I mean, Mordin, out of all the companions on all my playthroughs, it feels like he died the most. I don't know why. Even when I did everything right, sometimes he would just die. I think the best thing to do with Mordin, in my experience, is to just let him go back with the crew. If you save the crew, let him go back to the ship. That's the only way I actually managed to keep him alive. The only sure way I know. I mean, Mordin's pretty old anyway. He's close to the end of his life, and you can see that his work on the genophage is weighing on him. His retreat to Omega, you know, he just wanted to kind of rebalance his life, to do something good right before the end, save some people, just a simple job. But then he also joined this mission, which means he's not really looking at the future too much. I mean, he knows he's on his way out. Might as well go out with a bang. Maybe that's why he dies so much. I don't know. He just gives it 100%. He definitely feels like someone who kind of wants to atone for what they did. He had to make some complicated decisions in his life, and he's actually a very complex character. I think it's also his humor that kind of saves him from being seen as too much of a dark, gray, cold character. His humor really makes him feel a lot warmer and friendlier. Okay, I guess we'll talk more later, Mordin.
I'll let you work.
We'll be here if you need me.
Okay. Next on the list should be... Kasumi is Kasumi... Is she gonna say anything about Ashley?
Hey, got a minute? Joker and Edie are like an old married couple. I keep expecting to walk in on them bickering about the temperature in the cockpit. Edie has a wicked sense of humor. Or I should say, a really funny lack of one. Sometimes she seems like a person. But when it comes down to it, I can't get past her being a computer.
Okay.
This one security guy keeps staring at me. I think his name is Bert. I'm used to being watched by security, but they're usually staring at my eyes or watching my hands. I might have to start cloaking through the CIC from now on.
Well, Kasumi doesn't really seem to be... I mean, her and Zaeed are DLC characters. They didn't give her a lot. Her interests feels very personal. Definitely not the leader type. Very individualist. She's doing it just for Keiji's gray box. I mean, yeah, he meant a lot to her. Like, we can see everything she hoards from him. But still, to take on a suicide mission like that, she's either very confident or, I don't know, kind of strange, her reasoning. Anyway, next, what do we have? I guess these guys are done. Does the doctor have anything?
How may I help you, Commander?
Nothing, I guess.
I'll see you later, Doctor.
Commander.
So are my scars healed? Cosmetic surgery heals scars. I mean, it feels like they already healed, but we got the upgrade, so why not? Permanently heal facial scarring and remove all evidence of cybernetic implants. Sure. Okay.
Weren't you originally stationed on Horizon?
Yes. If I hadn't joined Cerberus, I'd be abducted by the Collectors right now.
Wow, you really dodged a bullet.
Yeah, I couldn't take that. They creep the hell out of me.
Me too. Sergeant. Okay, Miranda. What do you got for me?
Shepard, I find myself in the unpleasant position of asking for your help. I don't like discussing personal matters, but this is important.
Interesting. This is a very pivotal moment for Miranda. She chooses to trust Shepard here, which is very big. I mean, she didn't even trust Jacob with her secret, and they were together. I mean, all props to her. This is game recognizing game, basically. She's a true leader, and she realizes that Shepard is that guy. He gets things done. He is the hero that everyone said he is, and she recognizes that he is a very valuable asset, and she'll have the best chance of saving her sister if she brings him along. For all her attitude in the beginning, Shepard's deeds really proved to her that he is valuable. So, okay, Miranda, tell me what's up.
Miranda, you're one of my crew. Tell me what's on your mind.
You remember what I told you about Father? Building a dynasty? There was another reason I went to Cerberus for protection. I have a sister, a twin, and he's still hunting her. Cerberus has kept her safe, until now. She's living a normal life on Illium, safe and hidden from my father.
Only not anymore?
So you think your father has tracked her down?
Precisely, Commander. My sources indicate he knows that she's on Illium. I've tried to keep her hidden without impacting her life, but I'm out of options. He's too close. I need to relocate my sister's family before it's too late.
Okay. So, Miranda's sister.
What do you know about your sister?
She's my genetic twin. We're identical, but she deserves a normal life and she's going to get it no matter what.
Okay. Relocation.
Does your sister's family know about this? Are they okay with being relocated?
They know nothing. They're completely uninvolved. Normal. I told Cerberus and they're coming up with a positive reason to move the family.
Positive reason? Okay. Guess I can help?
What do you need me to do?
My father is extremely persistent. I'd like to go to Illium when Cerberus is moving the family to make sure none of his agents get too close. My contact's name is Lantea. She'll be waiting for us in the lounge near the Nurse Astra docking bay.
Got it. See, she could have done this with Jacob and, I don't know, Zaeed. He's a merc, he doesn't care. But she needed Shepard. Because he's the best. Okay. Garrus is next on our list. How are those calibrations coming along?
Shepard, need me for something?
Have you got any upgrade ideas for the Normandy's weapon systems?
My current upgrades are working pretty well. That's about the best I can do.
Okay, just wanted to get that out of the way. So it disappears, because then I forget who I have the upgrades for.
What can you tell me about the Normandy's armaments?
The weapons upgrades have gone in beautifully. This thing packs a hell of a punch. It just might give us a chance against the Collectors.
Okay.
Have you got a minute?
Can it wait for a bit? I'm in the middle of some calibrations.
Okay, Garrus, I'll let you work. I mean, Garrus clearly blames himself right now, and even after the situation with Sidonis, after his loyalty mission, I still kinda felt a certain way about assigning him a role as a leader in the final mission, because, I mean, he got his entire squad killed, so can I trust his judgment, or is he gonna doubt himself, like what's gonna happen? But I mean, he is Garrus Vakarian. He has a lot more experience, also because he's an original companion who's been with Shepard since the beginning, and I think trusting him really pays off. And also because of what happened with Sidonis, he will not be as naive as before. He's gonna be on his guard and he's gonna give 100%. So yeah, Garrus definitely a leader in my book, and not just mine. I think he's one of the ones that you can trust with the role and he won't die on that final mission. Alright, Garrus, keep those calibrations coming.
Talk to you later, Garrus.
I'll be here if you need me.
Alright, who's next on our list? I think we did everybody here. Zaeed. Let's hear some war stories.
This mission takes me back. Tough fight on Horizon. I fought slavers and kidnapping rings, but nothing like that. Some slavers took a little girl on a colony in the Skepsis system. Girl woke up, fought her way out, got picked up by my band well on her way to Omega. 8 years old. She'd have had no chance on Horizon.
Well,
one time we were trying to clear out this gun nest outside a base on Vatar. Nothing we did even made a dent in that thing. Someone had the bright idea to kidnap a local girl, strap grenades on her, and make her go seduce the guy in the bunker. Terrible thing, I tell you. Well, she went up there, knocked on the door, and nothing. Grenades never went off. But the guy stopped shooting, and we snuck by. Never found out what happened.
I feel like Zaeed is telling us these stories because he realizes that Shepard is pretty advanced in skills, and he probably wants to make like a good impression from his point of view, you know, to kind of match up with the rest of the team. Okay, what do we have here? Grunt.
Shepard.
Anything in your tank imprints that can make use of the resources we found?
Nothing else I can think of. I'm no tech. Enjoy what you got.
Okay. So, I think we asked about everything.
Just checking in, making sure you're acclimatizing.
Humans talk too much. Like the tank. Come back later.
Yeah, Grunt, definitely not leader material. I mean, he is, as I said, a teenage mutant baby Krogan. I remember assigning him as a leader in one of my playthroughs, and I was so surprised when he died. I think he died. There's a point in a mission where you have to close a door, and he got shot and died. Back then, I think it was maybe my first playthrough. I thought, you know, I mean, he's a Krogan, he has a lot of health. There's no way he's gonna die, and he did. I was pretty shocked. But as I was saying, the choices in this game are more than just stats and who you like better. You really have to kind of figure out where they fit in the world, these characters. And with Grunt, you can tell that he has basically no experience right now.
That's all for now.
Shepard.
Okay. Next. Oops. Jack. Another rebel. Does she have anything? Probably not.
Hey.
Nice glasses.
Tell me about you, Jack.
Shepard, we talked enough. You're just pissing around. No hard feelings, but I don't want to play.
Yeah, Jack definitely not a leader. If it was up to her, she would split in a second, probably. I'm actually pretty surprised that she's honoring the deal. Maybe she's afraid that if she leaves, we'll track her down and kill her. Definitely another character that needs growth in personality before she can even be considered for kind of a leadership role. I also got her killed, I think, in my first playthrough, because just to spite Miranda, we made her a leader, and, well, surprise, surprise, she didn't make it. Anyway, that's all about
I should go.
Whatever.
Jack and all of the companions for now. You guys? Nothing, right? About Horizon? Okay. Well, now that we did that, let's see. Let's look at our journal a little bit, because we got a lot of new quests, I feel like. Yeah, we got dossiers, Shadow Broker, Jacob, Kasumi, Zaeed. We also have Arrival, Omega Archangel datapad recovered. Right, this we had to give this to Arya. More Firewalker. So maybe I kind of want to do some shopping today. We're on Horizon. Did we read about Horizon? We just arrived here without anything. A temperate world that has hit the sweet spot for carbon-based life, Horizon has a nitrogen-oxygen atmosphere maintained by abundant indigenous photosynthetic plants and bacteria. While the native plants are not very palatable to humans, the soil conditions are such that a handful of introduced Earth species have flourished, and the colonists must take strict care to prevent ecological disasters. Genetically engineered Terminator seeds that grow nutritious but sterile crops to minimize outbreaks are the rule rather than the exception. Animals on Horizon appear to be exploding in diversity similar to Earth's Cambrian period. Large flying insect analogs take advantage of the thicker than Earth atmosphere and low gravity to grow enormous. Wow, okay. Microbial life has proven relatively benign. A series of vaccinations for the most virulent strains of soil-borne diseases is all that is required for a visit. I don't know about those giant insects, man, if you can live there. Maybe those defense towers are more useful than, you know, just alien invasions. Anyway, we're in the Iera System. Prospect. Prospect is a hydrogen-nitrogen gas giant with 13 known moons, most of which seemed to have dense heavy metal deposits on first scan, starting a resource rush by the colonists from nearby Horizon. In a tragic turn of events, a galactic uranium surplus drove half the mining firms out of business, and the surfaces of some moons are littered with the bodies of executives who committed suicide by airlock. Damn. Today's mining corporations have reached a much more palatable equilibrium and hold more diversified and sustainable portfolios. Prospect is within the frost line of its solar system, where ice giants do not normally form. For this reason, it is believed to have been an extrasolar capture.
Launching probe.
Let's get some minerals. Next on our list is Venture. A pressure cooker of a planet, Venture's thick nitrogen-based atmosphere is also the source of wealth for a small colonist industry. While Venture's high temperatures are brutal, the primordial soup is not as acidic as on the other hothouses planets, and xenon can be readily collected and isolated from the lower troposphere by recovery bots. This xenon is then sold for use in ion drives and some electric lights. Venture's gravity is relatively low for a planet of its size, making the recovery more economical than would otherwise be expected.
Probe launched.
Next, Watchman. Perched on the outer edge of Iera's small solar system, Watchman is a mid-sized rock and ice planet that has picked up a dozen moon-sized objects. Its nitrogen-oxygen atmosphere is too thin to support life, with solid ice covering its calcium-heavy rocky core. Footprints of the first surveying team to come to the planet can still be seen on its practically airless surface. The planet, devoid of valuable resources, has seen few visitors since. Well, they'll get a probe now.
Probe away.
I guess that's it for the Iera system, which was in the Shadow Sea. Okay. Lots of new stuff apparently. Rosetta Nebula. The Far Rim. What? Didn't tell us about Tali. We have that dossier too. Addis Nexus, Firewalker. More stuff in the Kelstone Rift. Interesting. I can get us 100%. Omega, Crescent Nebula, Illium, Justicar, Assassin, Miranda, Liara, everyone's there. Hourglass Nebula. Yeah, I kind of want to do some shopping. Maybe. Let's go to the Citadel first. Okay, let's take Garrus. He hasn't been out, I think. And I don't know. Zaeed. Whatever. 4 points. Okay. We got Overload, AI hacking. Let's take the Tech Mastery. And get the specialization, Demolisher Mechanic. So Demolisher, specializing in combat operations, you reduce recharge time on all powers and receive a bonus to their damage. Your Paragon and Renegade scores receive their final bonus. So 15 health. Power recharge time minus 20%, plus 70% Paragon Renegade, interesting. Power damage plus 15, and research project costs minus 25, interesting. And mechanic, your powers are incredibly efficient. They recharge faster and last longer. Your Paragon and Renegade scores receive their final bonus. Paragon Renegade plus 100%, health 20%, recharge time 20%. So which one is better? Demolisher health is 15, health 20 for mechanic. Power recharge time minus 20%, both. Paragon Renegade 70%, 100%, while mechanic is in the lead right now. Power duration plus 15. Power damage plus 15, okay. So it's duration versus damage. And research project is the same. Interesting. Well, I mean, as an engineer, I feel like my powers are like I got a drone. I feel like duration is better because your powers are efficient. Are incredibly efficient, they recharge faster and last longer. Reduce recharge time on all powers and receive a bonus to their damage. I feel like my powers are better because I have like the Combat drone and cryoblast. Cryoblast can stop a lot of enemies coming towards me. So a recharge time, a faster recharge time would be better than damage. And I feel like the same with every one of them. AI hacking, I could hack more. So I think I'm gonna go for mechanic, actually. Okay. Zaeed. Should I give you the veteran? Or should I just give you something else? Warlord or 50% health, weapon damage. Well, I mean, how about commando so you don't die? I mean, you still have a 37% increase in damage. Garrus, we haven't done anything with you. Let's give you overloads and Turian Renegade, Turian Survivor. If it can be fired, Garrus knows how to use it. His weapon and power damage increased dramatically. Weapon damage 25. Okay. And Survivor. Yeah, we're going for Renegade. For Garrus. I know you like to snipe. Right, so I'm curious if there's new items actually, and I just want to get to Illium today. Hopefully I haven't talked too much. Right, these guys are the same. Also changed my armor a little bit so we can see Shepard's face. Bailey. So, any more fish?
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
We got this hamster. We have fish, okay. And a model of Sovereign. It's not expensive. Space hamster is kind of expensive. I only have like... I don't have FU money right now. Also, we get Codex on Sovereign. Was there... I don't think there was another store here. Right? It was just... Right, the food store. Okay. What's over here? Right, taxis. Let's go down a level. That's a nice view. More shops. Galactic news. All right.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
Did Miranda say the Omnigel modulator's heatsink from this tech shop or the heatsink modulator?
With deep respect, I'm sure he would never confuse the two.
Wait, did you hack your translator so you can control your kinetic language processing?
With a sincerity such that skepticism would be deeply insulting. No.
He did, he totally did. No items available. Wow. Well, that's great. Okay. How about here?
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
Nothing around here. This is the warehouse. Let's go to level 28. All right.
Do you have an account with us? If you open one, we have a special this month. You can download a game free.
Okay.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
All right. Sniper rifle damage. Aegis vest 5% health. We got a sniper. Let's take this damage. So the incisor. Okay, but I'll get this as well. Trying to think how to make my armor a little bit different than the Dragon Age armor.
I still say we should join the Blue Suns. They'd probably pay for our equipment.
They probably only hire you if you look like you can fight, so we need something to start with.
Right, like the shotgun.
Right. Zaeed, what do you think about the shotgun?
I haven't seen a weapon like that in ages. I was working with the Grim Angels, a small outfit that saw action in the Verge. Came up against some Krogan, all armed to the teeth. Well, all except the Battlemaster. He came at us with one of those little pea shooters. Killed half my squad. Damn good weapon.
This is a collection of individuals who have war stories and weapon stories here. Garrus, Zaeed, this guy with a shotgun. Very passionate people. Dark Star. Al-Jilani still here. Okay. I actually wanted to also to see if I can talk to Anderson. Because Ashley said something about Anderson. And I asked him where she was, and he didn't tell me back then.
Something I can do for you, Shepard?
Right, Ash on Horizon.
Ashley Williams was on Horizon. She said she was looking into Cerberus.
I know. I approved the mission. We had to find out if they were behind the missing colonists. I couldn't tell anyone without compromising the investigation. I'm sorry.
So you're spying on me?
I thought we were friends. Never expected you to go behind my back.
We didn't know about you at the time. And I wouldn't have told you if I did. What if the elusive man was manipulating you, lying to you? The report actually confirmed your story. I still don't trust Cerberus. But they were right about the collectors abducting the colonists. Unfortunately, Williams didn't find anything to convince the Council that the Reapers are behind this, or even that they exist.
Of course she didn't. She was frozen.
I better go.
My door is always open.
How about body cameras? No, I mean, they probably have the tech to erase the footage. This is why they never recorded anything. Okay. think that's all the shopping we can do right now here. Sniper rifle, let's do that real quick. Headshot damage 50%. Garrus will love that. That's it. Now that's something. Maybe I'll go to Omega 2. I mean, maybe there'll be more fish. Okay, let's take Jacob and Jack. Jack, get that shockwave. Heavy shockwave, improved shockwave. Your shockwave power strengths to become a biotic freight train, swatting aside everything in a long path. Okay. So impact radius free. Force is hard. Maybe improved shockwave. Bigger radius. Okay. Jacob. Get some incendiary ammo.
Judging by the quarantine reports, the plague has been completely eradicated, Shepard. I have also run searches for reports on Archangel. The various mercenary groups appear to believe that he is dead.
Right. We also have to give that thing to Arya, so let's do that.
Arya's expecting me.
I think that data pad with the mercs were trying to come after her. Then we'll go do some shopping. What's up, Grizz?
Nothing to see here.
Clearly.
What do you need?
This data pad was on one of the mercs that was after Archangel. They were coming for you next.
Let me see. Interesting. Would someone like to tell me how this information slipped the net?
I'll look into it.
You've done a lot for me, Shepard. Let me return the favor. We're sending your coordinates to a cache on an uncharted world. You want it? It's yours.
Oh, okay. So this is when she gives us the quest. Well, we already did that. Just like that, no thanks. Well, much appreciated, I guess.
We can use any help we can get.
Whatever you find is yours to deal with.
Okay.
Thanks. Maybe I'll come back later.
Why don't you find a nice girl to keep you warm in the meantime? You look like you need to loosen up a little.
Okay. Nice. Burn, are you available? Maybe? Maybe we'll just have a drink. And let's just do some shopping. So did she actually give us a quest? I don't think so. Yeah, we probably did that. We had like 50 XP or something. I gotta check the recording.
Come on, let me in.
Ish.
Jacob, over to you. You told me about Jacob, didn't you?
Jacob?
Jacob Taylor? I certainly didn't expect to see you again.
I'm sure you didn't.
What the hell?
Please. So many years have passed since Tortuga. Lots of water under the bridge.
Tortuga? What?
I take it you've met each other before.
Oh yes. We worked an important job a few years ago. A few very long years ago.
You sent me into a nest of Turian thugs and a Batarian ambush.
Damn.
Hey now. My job was to get you inside. Anything more would have cost you extra.
I never knew about this interaction. I never brought Jacob with me.
Is this gonna be a problem?
If we don't walk away, I promise he'll give you a reason to shoot him.
What can we do for you?
It sounded like you were watching us, Ish. You need something?
Well, if you'd be so kind, I hoped you might consider a proposition. I need skilled, trustworthy people to take care of a little business for me. Nothing illegal, of course, but it's paying work.
I don't trust you.
What kind of business do you do?
Important business. So important that, with your help, we can change Omega.
How would we do that?
What do you mean we can change Omega?
Well, I didn't want to say anything, but certain people here have business deals with people throughout the galaxy. If we were to have information involving those deals, we could make some ripples around here. That's all I'll say.
I'm listening.
I'm in the information business, specifically the buying and selling of privileged material. It's nothing illicit. I just need someone to pick up packages in certain locations and bring them to me here.
I need info, buddy.
What's your angle?
No angle. I'm a simple businessman. What do you say?
I can do that.
My contacts use specific drop points. I need you to look outside Merib's shop on the Citadel and inside Eternity on Illium. Look around for anything that might hold a data package and bring those packages to me.
This better not be a nest of Turians and Batarians. What the hell was Jacob working on? Must have been early in his career. Okay. The end is nigh, we know that. Herod, you got the visor. Right. Nothing I need right now. That's a priority. Strength boost pads. Increases melee damage. Storm speed. Not really in the market for that.
It's late, and the only one around is that screeching prophet and a few more just scratching for food. Suddenly, a shot. Red-hot lifeblood pours from a wound in your back as your life ebbs away. The attacker leans forward, hoists your valuables, and says, Teflon Industries. Fine sidearms for your personal protection.
Okay. Just weapons here. I guess we're just gonna go to Illium. We'll find more stuff over there. Okay. Let's try to go to Illium today. Maybe we can meet up with Liara if we have time. We're not gonna stop and read the planets because it's pretty late. Okay, maybe Illium. Illium is a classic garden world developed to serve as entrepot between the Terminus systems and the Asari republics. To abet this trade, the normally stringent custom laws of Council space on product safety, proscribed materials, and sapient trafficking are relaxed. Officially, Illium is not an Asari world. It is colonized and operated by Asari corporate interests. This gives it the same legal latitude enjoyed by the human corporate research enclaves of Noveria. Illium is one of the youngest Asari colonies settled during the 7th expansion wave. The first child born on the world is only now reaching her middle age. The world is hot and massive. Ground settlement is only possible at the higher polar latitudes. In more equatorial locations, the population is housed in arcology skyscrapers to escape the heat of the surface. Okay. Yes, we can land. And I think Miranda needed to talk to someone here. And I don't know, let's bring Garrus. Miranda, you can get more warp. Garrus, get the Vindicator.
Welcome to Nosastra, Commander Shepard. We've been instructed to waive all docking and administration fees for your visit. My name is Karina. If you need information about the area, it would be my pleasure to assist you.
Alright, Karina. Why do I get a free pass?
Who instructed you to waive the fees?
The order came from Liara Tassoni, who paid all fees on your behalf. She also asked that I direct you to speak with her at your convenience. She's near the trading floor.
Okay. So tell me, about Liara.
You said Liara was here? What's she doing?
Liara is one of Nosastra's most respected information brokers. Nosastra is based upon trade. Information is valuable currency, and Liara has done quite well. As I said, you'll find her near the trading floor. She was looking forward to seeing you.
Okay, trading.
You mentioned trading. What gets traded on Illium?
Anything you can imagine, Commander. Illium is a wonderful world for those who can afford it. In order to remain competitive as a Terminus systems port, we've relaxed many of the standards you'd find on other Asari worlds. Most drugs are legal, provided they are labeled properly. You can buy almost any weapon or technology. You can even buy indentured servants.
Well, that's great.
I can't believe an Asari world would allow slavery.
We try to avoid calling it slavery. All indentured servants on Illium have voluntarily agreed to a term of service. Most choose indentured service as a means to pay off debt or avoid imprisonment. A contract holder is responsible for the well-being of her servants, and a servant's duties are agreed upon before the contract is signed.
I guess, fair enough, whatever. Why don't you just hire them? Why do you need the slave thing. If they have to pay off their debts, like, I guess to kind of blend the Terminus System's culture of having slaves with the Asari culture, whatever. Messed up reasons anyway. So, Nosastra.
What can you tell me about Nosastra?
It's an exciting city. We see a lot of new cultures and goods because of our proximity to the Terminus systems. At the same time, Illium is still an Asari world. You should be as safe here as you would be on the Citadel. For your own safety, however, I recommend against signing anything.
I bet.
What's so dangerous about signing something?
Illium is a free trade world, Commander. Contract term requirements are more relaxed here than on other planets. It's a small price to pay for keeping our competitive edge in goods from the Terminus systems.
Okay. What are some of the attractions here?
Do you have any recommendations about what to do on Nosastra?
Our trading center is directly ahead. You'll find restaurants and shops nearby as well. I suggest you browse our shopping kiosks. You can find things on Nosastra that you can't find anywhere else in the galaxy.
That's why I'm here.
I'm on a mission. Can you help me find someone?
I can help you find major entertainment centers or stores, but I'm afraid I can't point you to individual people. Liara is excellent at that type of work, however. I imagine she can help you.
Okay, well, thanks.
Thank you.
Again, welcome to our city, Commander. Please enjoy your stay.
Customs records indicated just a car named Samara is visiting this port, Shepard. Your former teammate, Liara Tassoni, may have more information. Her office overlooks the trading floor. You may wish to speak with her regarding the whereabouts of Thane Krios, the assassin on your dossier, as well. Also, I have a message for Miss Lawson. Lantea has reserved a room at Eternity and will be waiting.
Thank you, Edie.
Okay then. Well, Nosastra is a pretty place.
Tired of training employees only to lose them to your competitors? Perhaps Indentutech can help, the leading provider of cutting-edge...
Minus the slavery.
Indentutech can provide contract guarantees...
Vista, talk to Miranda.
You have to give the Asari credit. Illium is a cultural marvel. Humanity can learn a lot from their ingenuity.
Right. Garrus, what do you think?
We were always told that Illium is one of the safest places in the galaxy, until you fell off the grid. Signed the wrong contract, join up with the wrong company, or walk down the wrong alley, and it's as dangerous as anywhere else. Don't let this place fool you. It's no safer here than Omega.
Don't start shooting people. We don't need Archangel to make a name for himself here, too.
Pardon me, I'm on a call.
Okay. Well...
25. Sell at 25.
No, you're not hearing me. I want to buy
in the market.
Excuse me, are you Commander Shepard?
Right. I am Commander Shepard.
You're Commander Shepard? I saw your... I guess you would say your aura. I'd recognize you anywhere. I was asked to give you a message if I saw you. It's from a friend you made on Novaria.
Okay, I'm listening.
What message were you asked to give?
Shepard, we hide. We burrow. We build. But we know that you seek those who soured the songs of our mothers. When the time comes, our voice will join with yours, and our crescendo will burn the darkness clean. Thank you, Shepard. The Rachni will sing again because of you.
The Rachni are you controlling her?
How did you possess another Asari? You can't just take over people's minds like that.
Peace, Shepard. The Rachni Queen does not control my thoughts. That was merely the message I was asked to deliver. I encountered her on an uncharted world. She saved my life. More than that, she gave me a purpose. They are an amazing people, Shepard. The galaxy owes you a great debt for giving them a second chance.
Yeah. Okay. So, Rachni encounter.
How did you find the Rachni?
I was working as a courier. Pirates ambushed my ship, and I was forced down on an uncharted planet. I was badly injured, alone and near death. Then they found me. They saved me.
And the pirates?
What happened to the pirates who attacked you?
They were obliterated, as they should have been. The Rachni are not aggressive, but they do what they must.
So how did you get back?
You obviously got off world again. Did the Rachni give you a ship?
No. Countless workers repaired my ship. It runs better now than it did before. They remind me of the keepers on the Citadel in a way. All working together, each with a purpose.
Yeah, well, the keepers have had very weird hidden purposes. So, where are the Rachni?
Can you tell me where the Rachni are?
I'm afraid not. I don't even have that information myself any longer. After I met the Rachni Queen, that information was removed. It's not painful, but I simply don't remember. I'll remember when I need to, and her caution is understandable. The galaxy isn't yet ready for the return of the Rachni.
Definitely not. So, the Asari's purpose.
You said the Queen gave you a purpose. What do you mean?
The Queen shared her song with me as I recovered. I saw the Rachni as only an Asari could. They are so beautiful and so vulnerable. They needed someone to purchase things they cannot make themselves. Someone to work within the system. An agent, if you will. I am happy to help. My life as a courier was empty and shallow. Now I'm helping a great race rebuild itself.
It sounds too easy.
You were really comfortable walking away from your old life?
You're concerned that the Queen is controlling me. I understand, but it doesn't work like that. Our minds were in perfect harmony. I saw their beautiful spirit and their need. I knew what I had to do. If some part of that is suggestion, then it was a side effect from their efforts to save my life. I am happy.
Well, I hope you're right. So what's the meaning of the message?
I got that she was grateful. What else was her message saying?
That the first Rachni war was a mistake. Something soured the voices of her people. In Rachni psychology, that would be like mind control, I think. It doesn't really translate. Anyway, she believes you are fighting the ones who did that, and she promises to help.
She means the Reapers?
She thinks that the Reapers caused the Rachni war?
I can't say for sure, but she was certain that her ancestors were forced into war against their will. Her people aren't naturally aggressive. If they made war, it was not of their own doing.
Yeah, that was my theory, that Sovereign saw the Rachni as a potential force to control and to attack the Citadel like he did with Saren after he realized that the Keepers no longer obey his commands. Okay, well, thanks for the message. Tell her to be good.
Thank you for giving me that information. I'm glad my friend Noveria is doing well.
Be well, Commander Shepard. You will not see me again.
Okay, got some Paragon because of that, and I feel like we're not gonna be able to talk to Liara today. We'll do it in the next episode, and we're gonna explore more here on Illium. We'll finish the shopping, and then we'll see what else we can accomplish. But for now, thank you for watching, and farewell.